Genesis 24, a story of faith and love, Rebekah and Isaac. Long ago, in a faraway land, a man named Abraham had grown very old. He was blessed by God and had everything he could ever need. But there was one important task left to do, finding a wife for his beloved son, Isaac. Abraham called his most faithful servant and gave him an important mission. "Go to my homeland," he said, "and find a wife for Isaac. But not from here, not from these Canaanites. Go to my family's land and bring back someone who shares our faith." The servant set out, traveling a long way through the desert with camels and treasures. But he wasn't just depending on his own strength. He prayed to God, asking for a sign. "Lord, let the woman who offers me and my camels water be the one you have chosen for Isaac." When the servant reached the town of Nahor, he stopped by a well to rest. That's when he saw her, Rebekah. She was kind, beautiful, and hard-working. As she came closer, the servant asked for a drink of water. Without hesitation, Rebekah said, "Drink, my lord." Then, noticing his camels were thirsty too, she added, "I will draw water for your camels as well." She ran back and forth, filling the trough until all the camels had enough. The servant was stunned. Could this be the sign from God? He gave Rebekah gifts and asked about her family. It turned out she was from Abraham's own relatives. He bowed down and praised God for leading him to the right person. Rebekah's family welcomed the servant into their home. He explained everything, Abraham's mission, his prayer, and how Rebekah had been the answer. Her family agreed this was clearly God's plan, and they gave their blessing for Rebekah to marry Isaac. Though it must have been hard to leave her home, Rebekah was brave and trusted God's plan. She set off with the servant to meet Isaac, her future husband. When Rebekah saw Isaac from a distance, she asked, "Who is that man?" The servant replied, "That is my master." Rebekah covered herself with a veil, and when Isaac met her, it was love at first sight. He brought her into his home, and they became husband and wife. Isaac loved Rebekah deeply, and she brought him great comfort after the loss of his mother, Sarah. This story isn't just about finding love. It's about faith, kindness, and trusting God's plan, even when the path is uncertain. Rebekah's generosity and Isaac's devotion remind us that God guides us in ways we may not always understand, but His plans are always good. Lessons learned 1. Trust in God's guidance. Abraham's servant prayed for God's direction, and God faithfully led him to Rebekah. This teaches us the importance of seeking God's guidance in our decisions, especially in major life events. When we trust God, He often works in ways that exceed our expectations. 2. The power of prayer. The servant's prayer at the well shows us that God hears and answers prayers, even the specific ones. It reminds us to pray with faith and humility, trusting that God will provide what is best for us. 3. Kindness and generosity. Rebekah's willingness to help a stranger and his camels revealed her kind and hard-working nature. Her small act of generosity became the key to fulfilling God's plan. This reminds us that kindness and selflessness can open doors to unexpected blessings. 4. God's timing is perfect. The story shows how everything came together in the right place and time. Abraham's servant arriving at the well, Rebekah coming out at that exact moment, and her family agreeing to the proposal. It teaches us to trust in God's timing, even when we don't see the bigger picture. 5. Faith requires courage. Rebekah showed great faith and courage by leaving her family and homeland to marry Isaac, someone she had never met. Her trust in God's plan inspires us to take steps of faith, even when the path ahead is uncertain. 6. Love and comfort in God's plan. When Isaac and Rebekah met, their union brought love and comfort into Isaac's life, after the loss of his mother. This shows how God provides for our emotional needs through the people he places in our lives. 7. God works through ordinary people. The story highlights how God used the faithfulness of Abraham, the servant Rebekah, and her family to fulfill his promises. It reminds us that God often works through ordinary acts of faith and obedience to accomplish extraordinary things.
Hi, friends. If you enjoyed this story and feel inspired, there's so much more where that came from. On this channel, we dive into uplifting, faith-filled content to encourage you in your journey. If you're looking for more inspiring Bible stories, lessons of hope, and moments to strengthen your faith, hit that subscribe button now. And don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss an update. Together, let's grow in faith and share God's love with the world. See you in the next video.